Today, we are looking at microscopes. So first thing to do is to make sure that your microscope is turned on. There's a power button on this other side, and in order to make sure that it is on, you're just gonna look through and see if there's a light that's turned on. So once the light is on, you know that it is working. You need to make sure that the stage, that's this part right here that you put the slide on, you want that to be all the way down. So I'm gonna use this knob here. There's actually two of them. The one on the outside is the fine focus, and the one on the inside is the coarse focus. And I wanna use the coarse focus to make sure that that stage is all the way down. So I'm gonna twist it towards me until I can't twist it anymore. Next, I wanna make sure that it's on the lowest magnification. So I'm gonna look through this. These are called the objective lenses. And I wanna make sure that it's on the one that's red and that says 4x. So this is gonna magnify 4 times. I then am gonna make sure that the eyepieces are in the right position. So these shift because not everybody's eyes are the same distance apart. So you wanna make sure that you've got them about the same distance apart that your eyes are, so that when you're looking through it, you see out of both of your eyes, and so that you're seeing a circular image. And right now, because there's nothing on there, I'm just seeing white. But I should be able to see all white with no sort of black lines through it or anything else. All right, let's make a slide. So you are going to be making a wet mount today of an onion cell, or onion cells really, because you can't just get one of them. So I find it easiest to do this to kind of crack the onion in half, and then you can sort of peel off the purple layer that's on the outside. So I'm now going to take that purple layer that is actually attached to my finger now, and I'm going to stick it onto the slide, and then I'm going to kind of break off the rest of the onion because I don't need that part. All right, so with my layer of onion on there, I'm going to add some water. So using your dropper bottle, you're going to add 1 to 2 drops of water. I have kind of a lot of cells here, so I did 2 drops of water. And then you're going to take a cover slip, and we're gonna hold the cover slip at an angle and just drop it onto the slide. And then give it a tap or two to try and get out any bubbles that you might have. All right. I have quite a few bubbles on here, but you'll be able to see that when I put this onto the microscope. So I'm gonna put it onto the microscope using these metal parts to hold it in place. And then you wanna make sure that the light is actually going through the cells that you're trying to look at. So there are some knobs on the other side of the microscope that you can twist to kind of move the slide without having to touch it with your hand. So that's what I'm gonna do to make it so that the light is going through the middle of my cell membrane there. Through the middle of my, it's really an onion membrane, let's be honest. Okay, it's time to get this into focus. It's time to see what we can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by twisting this coarse focus away from me in order to raise the slide. So I'm looking through with both eyes, and I'm twisting it, and as I start to see something here, I'm gonna slow down, and I'm gonna twist it a little bit less. All right, so what I am seeing is I'm seeing some air bubbles. Those are the parts that are white with kind of a dark outline. So those are air bubbles, and I'm gonna move it around and see if I can find a part that's got some good cells that are kind of purplish in color. All right, so the purplest part of my slide is here, so that's what I'm gonna kind of focus on. And right now, can't really see much. So I'm gonna zoom in some more, and we're gonna bring it into focus again. So now I'm gonna shift from red to yellow. And what I'm seeing now is that there's way too much light going through my lens. So there's a dial on the bottom here that I'm going to twist in order to make it so that there is less light. So you can kind of twist it in both directions until you get a level of light that you're happy with. And what I'm also seeing is that it's no longer in focus. So now I'm gonna only use the fine focus, which is the outside knob, and I'm going to, again, twist it kind of back and forth until you get a focus that you are happy with. So I'm pretty happy with that right there. And the things that look like purple bricks, those are the cells. Again, the thing that's like a circle with a dark line around the outside, that's an air bubble. All right, we're gonna shift to the next magnification. So I'm gonna shift to the blue one, which is a 40 times magnification. Looking through again, I can see that now it's actually a little bit dark. So I'm going to, again, adjust the light level. And then because it's out of focus, I'm gonna shift the fine focus gently in both directions until I get to a focus that I like. So that's pretty good. Now you'll notice that on this magnification, I can't actually see a whole cell. So this is too zoomed in. It's too much magnified for an onion cell. So a better view would actually be from like that yellow, that 10x objective lens. All right, we're gonna reset and then we'll look at another set of cells. So to reset, I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the lowest magnification, which is the red one. And then I'm going to bring this stage all the way down. So I'm gonna twist that big coarse focus towards me until that stage is all the way lowered, and I'm gonna remove my slide. All right, now we need our next slide. So I have here a new slide, and I have a little leaf of Elodea. I'm going to put that onto the slide, add a drop or two of water, and then I'm going to, at an angle, place my cover slip and just drop that into place. Give it a tap or two to make sure there are no air bubbles. Add it to the stage. Now, we're going to make sure that the light is going through the center of the leaf, and then we're gonna get it into focus. So, coarse focus, moving it away from you. You're going to raise up the stage until your leaf is in focus. So here we can see that I've got quite a lot of cells here. These ones are smaller than the onion cells. And I'm gonna adjust the light level to make it a little bit clearer of what I am looking at. All right, I can't really see much. It's still really, really small. So I want to increase the magnification. So we're gonna switch over to the 10x yellow objective. Look through, now I want actually a little bit more light, so I'm gonna adjust that light level just a little bit and get it into focus using the fine focus knob. All right, so what we can see here is we can see some cells, and then we can see these little green balls inside of the cells, these spheres, and they're still pretty hard to see. They're still pretty small. So let's increase the magnification again. So now I've got it on the 40x, the blue objective. It's really dark, so I want to increase my light, and then it's not in focus, so I'm gonna use that fine focus, twisting it gently back and forth, because I'm not sure which way I need to move it in order to get it into focus. Okay, so that's a pretty good view right now. I can see my cells, and I can see those green spheres. Those are my chloroplasts, and they are kind of floating around in this cell. You might even see some of them moving. If I move to a different part of the leaf. So I can shift it over. I might need to adjust the focus. But here's a different part of the leaf, and you can kind of see those chloroplasts a little bit better now. All right, once you've seen what you're gonna see, we're going to clean up. So again, put it back on the lowest magnification, move the stage all the way back to the bottom, remove your slide, and turn off your microscope.